Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already done so, and remember to like and comment at any time. So what we are going to be cooking today is jollof spaghetti, and jollof spaghetti is just like jollof rice, but in this case we're using spaghetti instead of rice. So as you can see, I've already started boiling my spaghetti there, and once that is a little bit boiled, not too soft and not too hard, I'm going to be taking it off the cooker and then sieve it into the sieve that you can see beside me there. So I'm going to be telling you about all the recipes that's going to be going into this spaghetti. It's very easy to cook. So you can see there what I've got there in the blender. I've already blended my pepper. So what I've got in there is a red pepper, got a Scotch Bonnet, I've got one piece of tomato and some onion in there, and I've already blended all of that together. And the other ingredients that I've got there in my plate, you can see that I've got the red pepper, diced green pepper, I've got tomato puree, diced onion, and I've also got all my seasoning. So I've got salt, Maggi, I've got curry, and also thyme in the plate. And the reason why I've got those diced pepper is so I can use them to garnish my spaghetti once it's ready. So also the other recipe we're going to be putting in there, I've got mixed pepper. So sorry, I've got mixed veg. So that's mummy's veg. They're frozen veg from Tesco. I've got frozen prawns. They're not the biggest prawns that you can get, but they're perfect for what I'm making today. And the reason why I love using those prawns is 'cause I'm not a big fan of seafood. So yeah, if you want to go with a bigger prawn, you can always do so. I usually use that small ones from Tesco for anything I cook, even for my fried rice. I use that size of prawn. And so the other ingredients that we're going to be putting in today, it is so I've diced up some sausages. So you can see they're just the normal sausages you can buy in the corner shop, the Pakistani stores or African store. And also I've got some cooked chicken from Tesco. You find them in the chicken section in Tesco. They are really good. I use them because they're frozen, they're easy to use. It's already half cooked, so it's easy for you to throw in anything. I also use this for my fried rice, and the chicken is really great. And also I've got some oil there in there. So the spaghetti that I'm using today is a Tesco spaghetti. I shop in Tesco a lot, so you will be hearing a lot of Tesco. Tesco this, Tesco that when I'm cooking. Is because I'm used to shopping in Tesco. I shop in Tesco a lot. Right. So there you can see that the spaghetti is now well done. To me, it's perfect that way because if you make it too soft, like I said, then by the time you fry it and steam it, then it's going to go extra soft, and you might not really like it anymore when it's too soft. So I only boil it for roughly about 5-10 minutes, and then I take it off, depending on how quick your cooker works as well. If you're using the normal hob, which is probably a bit faster, I will say take it off after like 5 minutes. So I'm just going to sieve that now. So just throw that out in the sieve and then just get the water out. And because I've just put all that in there, what I'm still going to be doing is using that same pot to finish up everything else that I'm doing. Um, as you can see that the pot is still perfectly clean. So I'm just going to put that back on, and I'm just going to throw in a little bit of oil. Make sure it's not too much, because what we want is, because you are frying, if you put too much oil in, by the time you finish cooking and get your spaghetti out of the pot, you will have a lot of oil staying at the end of the pot, and there is no point for that. So make sure you're not putting too much oil. And what I'm just going to do there is just throw in my diced onion. Okay, and then just thunder a bit and make sure it's right into the oil. And the reason why I'm still holding the plate there is we're going to be putting in the tomato puree as well in straight away. Okay, so we're going to put in the tomato puree and then just keep stirring. So once your tomato puree is well mixed with the onion and make sure it's well fried, then we're just gonna put in the blended pepper. I do eat a lot of spice, so mine might turn out to be a little bit spicy. Like I did mention earlier on, I've only put in just one tomato. If you're using the tomato in the can, you can always put in more plum if you wanted. You can put a whole plum in, and I put in two Scotch Bonnet in mine. So there, I'm just gonna put in some Maggi. You don't have to use the whole lot, so I'm just gonna put down the rest of that. And like you can see, I like to have different flavors in my food. It's just to give me that really nice taste of both chicken and beef flavor, and that's why I'm using two different ones. So now I'm just going to throw in the Korean thyme, as you can see, and just stir it all together. And then just once that is fried a little, then we can throw in the rest of the stuff that's gonna go in. But before I do that, I'm just gonna cover this up for about 5 minutes and just let that all cook together first. And we're gonna come back to that to get the rest done. So as you can see, that is now well done. Looks perfect. And what we're just gonna do there now is just throw in all the other ingredients that we are gonna be using for the spaghetti. So I've got the prawn. Just gonna be putting that prawn in there, and the mixed veg. Mix it all together and put in the sausages. Obviously you can use any other stuff you want apart from what I'm putting in, and the cooked chicken. So if you wanted beef, you wanted no meat, you want prawn, you wanted dry fish, you can put anything basically in. It depends on what you like to eat. um I'm very picky with food, so you will be seeing a lot of probably a lot of meat and a lot of chicken in my cooking rather than seafood. I'm not a big fan of seafood, like I said earlier on. So as that is well mixed in, and I'm just trying to cut down that chicken because they are a big lump of chicken. So, and then I'm just going to throw in the diced pepper and then mix that again. And then I'm just going to cover that back up for it to cook a little bit more before we throw in the spaghetti. So now that that's well mixed in, what we're just going to be doing then is just throwing in our spaghetti. Now, I'll say that when you're throwing this in, make sure you're doing it bit by bit. Because I think I've cooked a little bit too much spaghetti, so I'm not going to put a whole lot. I will mix that in a little bit first and then see how we go on. I don't like just throwing in everything just because I want to get rid of the spaghetti, and because that can kill the taste, or it might be a bit too much spaghetti for the base that you've made. So just throw in bit by bit. If you've got any spaghetti left, don't worry about it. You can always put that in your freezer and you can use it again another day. So don't worry about you having to waste the spaghetti left. So with the mixing that I've got, I like my food well saucy and stuff, so I won't be pouring in any more spaghetti. I think that's just perfect like that. So I just mix in well, keep mixing, and make sure that the sauce and everything goes around. And what we're going to be doing is just covering that back up again. Um, and then I'm going to be showing you the end result. So again, thank you so much guys for watching. Thanks for coming back onto my channel, and I will see you again next time. Bye.